Up next in earning your black belt in Google Forms is the yellow belt. To do this, we're going to add a question type of each of the different types of questions to our form. So to get started, I'm going to go back to my form, which is in my tabs up at the top. And when I generate the form, it automatically puts in a multiple choice question. Now, Google has added something they call smart detection, so it will detect what kind of question it thinks I should use. So for example, if I start to write name, Google notices that it's a name box and that most people want a short answer, and they change the question type to a short answer. Whenever I'm typing in a question, I have several options that I can use. Down here in this toolbar, I get my copy tool, so I can copy this question. I have the trash can tool, so it will delete the question. I can choose to make this a required question, which would stop somebody from being able to submit without filling it out. My three dots tool allows me to add a description, so like I can add help text. What is I can also use data validation, which would be a black belt level skill. To add another question, I go over to the toolbar on the right and click the plus. And this time I'm going to do a multiple choice question. To enter my options for a multiple choice, drop down, or checkboxes question, I click on where it says option 1 and type my choice. To get to the next one, I can either click this add option that's right here, or if I push enter on my keyboard, it'll take me to the next spot. If I decide that I don't like an answer, like maybe this one's a little too sarcastic for my families, I can click on the X to get rid of it. For multiple choice and checkboxes, I can also give my user an other option. This is where they click on the other and then it gives them a box that they can write in. This does not work with drop-down. A drop-down question works similarly to checkboxes. Checkboxes will allow you to check all of the items that you want. Multiple choice will let you select one item. A drop-down will give you one single bar, and when you click it, it pops up with all the other choices. This is a drop-down menu right here. I'm going to change this back to checkboxes. So to earn your yellow belt, you do need to add one of each of these. I'm not going to go through all of them because I think some of them are alike. I'm going to look at multiple choice grid next. So I'm going to click add, and I'm going to change this to a multiple choice grid. What this gives you is when the user is looking at it, it will be a grid, much like this one, where your questions are in the rows and the rating scale would be across the columns. And the user clicks a radio button to select the rating scale. So these ones fill in similar to multiple choice. I'm going to click the enter button on my keyboard to get a new row. For my columns, it's going to be my rating scale. So 1 is going to be least favorite. And instead of having a require response, it requires a response in each row. I'm going to go ahead and click that. At any time, I can preview my form by clicking on the eyeball in the top. So you can see a multiple choice grid looks something like this, where you have the subjects in the row and the categories across the columns. You've just earned yourself a yellow belt. Congratulations.